So I have a leak. My Borg Warner transmission right here. You can kind of see where it's been leaking, so I need to replace the seal here. Probably gonna replace this one also. Never done this before, but doesn't look too terribly complicated. I believe this is for the reverse lights, so I guess I'll take that off. Take those two nuts off. And then obviously undo all the bolts, break this free. I think there's the shift forks kind of go into it. Hopefully they won't fall out. I think I can hold them in with some like bearing grease or something to put them in. I really do not want to drop this transmission. I want to do it all still in the car just to fix this stupid leak right here. That's just been making everything disgusting under here. I've already cleaned everything up, so it's somewhat clean to work on. So that's the plan. This is the kit I got from 5speeds.com. For some reason, most of the regular Corvette sites had the the input outputs and all the other seals, but these two that I need, I had a difficulty finding, so that's what I needed for this. Well, that and the big gasket that's underneath that. Anyway, well, first thing I need to do is drain it. I've already loosened this one. So the next step is just to drain it. There's a little bit of metal on here, so this thing's probably due for a rebuild someday, but it dries pretty good right now, so. The metal on here doesn't really have any chunks or anything in it. It's pretty fine. There's definitely some metal in it, but like I said, it still shifts pretty good. So not rebuilding it today. Here it is after removing the reverse lights and the shifter linkage. I'm just gonna kind of let it hang here. I'm not going to completely undo it. I did have to do a little bit of prying to get these things to pop off, but they just do that, and I'm just, like I said, just gonna let them hang. I gotta remove this bracket before I can let this fully swing down, and then remove the rest of the bolts. Well, after undoing all the bolts, it just sort of came out. I didn't have to break it free or anything, so maybe it was leaking around the seal also. I can only assume this is all factory. The forks did come out with it. I left them in at least their position here, but I'm not sure if the orientation this way or this way makes a difference, and how I'm going to get it back in there. It's going to be fun. All the bolts that came out all appear to be the exact same size. There were no washers or anything on them, and that's the reverse light bracket. There it is in here now. I got the shifter or shift linkages hanging there, and I kind of exposed the transmission there. This is really as far as I'm going to go inside here, other than putting the forks back in there. You can kind of see the grooves where they ride on. It doesn't look too bad in there. When I started this, I put the car in neutral. Who knows? Undoing the bolts kind of moves the linkages around. Who knows what gear it's in? I hope I didn't open a huge can of worms here. I'm going to have to pull this transmission before I'm done. This is how it is after I disassembled it, so I can knock them seals out. This piece goes inside the spring, and the spring goes inside here. Ball bearings go on each side, and this piece just goes in here, but I had to remove it to do all this. All that just to get these seals right here. Got one there, one there. I'll pry them out. I believe this is the
manufacture date, so I guess this was made in 79, maybe 22nd week, who knows. Alright, so time to clean this up and get ready to prop out them seals. Okay, I decided to clean it up and paint it. Now I'm ready to pull out the seals. There's a lip in there. In theory, shouldn't be very difficult to do. Take a screwdriver, get it in under that, and just kind of try to pry it up. Alright, I'm gonna need a bigger screwdriver. Alright, trying it with a bigger screwdriver. I don't know if I can do this one-handed though. Yeah, don't think it's gonna happen one-handed. Yeah, I need two hands. Anyway, I use this screwdriver and, did get it, there it goes. To pop out here. I just have to do the other one, clean it up a little bit, and install the new ones. Okay, here it is with the seals removed. Here's the new seals right here. They seem pretty tight fit. Oops, dog hair. How I install seals, I just find a socket that pretty much fits the outside. This one just happens to be 17 millimeter. This is poor man's way of marking easy view sockets. As far as the piece that these go over to, they seems to be a pretty good fit. We'll have to twist those a little to not jack it up on these edges. Old seals are a little different. I don't know if that inner lip, that black one there, is just worn away. Maybe that's why they leak like crazy, or maybe it's a different design. The new ones obviously have that lip, and the bottom's like that. So I'll try to set up the camera. Obviously I cannot install seals one-handed, but since I do everything on this phone, but I'll try to set up the camera and show how I install them. Alright, we'll see how this goes. Typically I do put a little bit of lube in here. This is just WD-40, just to help things slide in there a little better. Alright, line that up. Take the socket, hammer, that's pretty good. There it is. After it's installed, just gotta do that other one now. It's a pretty standard way I install all seals, so it doesn't hurt the little rubber piece. Here's everything back together, almost ready to go in the car. Seals fit pretty good. Those didn't go in too terribly difficult. A little bit of twisting. As far as the forks go, I can't tell. Doesn't look like there's any difference in their orientation. So I guess what I'm gonna try to do is put the gasket on there. I guess I'll just use some RTV red stuff, and then try to get it into the transmission up there. I think pretty much as long as I can keep these forks, 90 degrees to the ground, then they should go right into the grooves and line up and hopefully be okay. I won't be able to make a video on it because I don't know how I'm going to set up a camera under there and do all this, so let you know how it goes. Alright, here it is back on the car.
yeah, I did need to do the wheel bearing grease to kind of stick the forks into the right place and then kind of slip the cover on. That was much easier than trying to feed them in with the forks attached to this piece. I still need to attach the last two bolts with the reverse lights, and then need to torque them down to 20, I believe. Alright, here it is after torquing everything down. Just for the cover, I still got to do the two nuts, the shifters, and attach the reverse light thing. It's tricky getting that torque wrench way up in there, but it's totally doable. Okay, here everything is all torqued down and buttoned up. I'm going to wait 24 hours before I fill it to let that RTV finish setting up. Guess let's see if it shifts. Alright, clutch.